right, people. You know, we try to avoid the haters. We try to avoid the people that are upset and angry at the end of the day, the bitterness. We drink the haterade all day long. We're not going to talk long about this because I got much to do. And I'm trying not to bring these people into my videos, but they just need the attention so badly. First things first, let me go in here and get this music. Let me see. Hold on for a minute. We got it playing somewhere in here. All right. Let's pause that. All right. So, I'm in the post office picking up boxes. Anyway, I got boxes that got shipped in anyway. I got orders going out on top of that. And I look up, we get a notification. It's Jaime Gonzalez in my Facebook account, hating extra hard. Dude, I don't even go to your Facebook channel. I don't even go to none of your freaking little chats and stuff, because you know what? I'm busy working. You know what basically got him upset today with ruffled his feathers? Talking about the ultra short throw. For some reason, this guy got the delusion that for some reason his screen paint works on ultra short throw. It doesn't, man. It doesn't. You don't match any of my demonstrations. You can't use that wonderful P2 projector. You cheat that machine at the end of the day. Stick it in dark environments, 3,000 lumens sitting that close to the screen. He doesn't like the fact that we got a $60 projector sitting on the floor, and we're buying all these low cheap projectors, and they're going to do things that his screen can't even do. What did I say last time I got off the channel? I said we're going to build this box screen. We're going to show you at the end of the day why black technology is more superior. We even got certified gunmetal coming through at ultra short throw setups. All that. And here he is already angry, bitter. I'm going to show you. We found. So one of the things he's basically trying to debunk is the criminal charges. He's trying to debunk that. Put little laugh emojis on that. This is usually what he does. And somebody called me nigger. Now, why would you laugh about somebody calling me a nigger? That just sounds ignorant. Anybody else looking at that saying that's disrespectful on so many levels. But you find that funny. Let me share where he finds that funny for his people from his fan base to call me the N-word. Let's go pop over here. There we go. So this is what we posted. This is, we know it's him. It was traced back to him. This is Jaime right here. Now right here, calls me a dumb nigger, all this stuff right there, fake phone number. Guess who responds to this message? With a laugh. Thinking it's funny that black people should be called niggers. Jaime Gonzalez, right there. Is it his account? Oh yeah, it is his account. Right here. Because it shows his backdrop. And it shows his family right here. Yeah, that's Crow. So you think it's funny for your supporters to address me as a nigger? That's what that means. You support racism because you find it funny. If I saw somebody who was being attacked by, you know, a neo-Nazi or something like that, I'm not going to sit there and laugh about something like that. I think that's downright disgusting. But you find it funny. You find it funny that black people, if they're called nigger, that's a funny word to you at the end of the day. That shows you his reaction. Right there. I told you from the door that he supports that nonsense. Any one of my customers dare call somebody a racial slur like that, number one, you're banned from my account. I'm definitely putting you on blast, and I'm blocking you on every level whatsoever. No, he supports that nonsense. And I'm pretty sure the word nigger came up multiple times in conversations, because if not, why would they feel so free to say it? Of all the things you could hate on my channel, you hate on someone calling me a nigger. So you support that nonsense. Because you find it funny. Most people at the bottom put down angry emojis. The wow emoji because, you know, it's shocked by it. But you put down emoji because you find it funny that I'm called a nigger. See, this is the reason why your business ain't doing so well. It's the reason why you're having the problems that you're having now. Because the way you treat people and the way you carry on. And karma's coming back and biting you in the face every which way. And it's going to get much worse than that. It's going to get much worse than that, Fernando. Thank you for allowing us to get through your Facebook page, because we know this is all you at the end of the day. There's your name, Jaime Gonzalez, right here. Shows you right here in Los Angeles. There's some information right there. Pops up right there. So we know it's you. And we know that you supported that nonsense. He had a nerve, the first time we had somebody come in and call us a nigger, he had a nerve to go on to YouTube talking about Black Lives Matter. Man, you fake phony at the end of the day. I've had you call me nigger before. I've had basically text messages come from you calling me nigger. We'll straighten that out in court. We'll definitely have all that in court. But this shows you right here at the end of the day, you find racism funny. And you're what? You're Mexican? You go through a lot of racism. Your people go through a lot of racism. I have friends of mine that are Mexican. They go through a lot of bullcrap at the end of the day. So for someone who has friends and family who have been through racism, you basically find it funny for a black person to be called a nigger? Yeah. Now, from that experience right there, people, would I say that all Mexicans are like this? Heck no. Ain't all Mexicans like that. I got friends of mine who are Mexicans. Matter of fact, we got Mexicans married into the family. So no, we don't. You got to look at it this way. You got to look at you're going to have in every group of race of people, you're just going to have those people, those bad people at the end of the day. Unfortunately, they try to make the whole entire race look bad. People like this. At the end of the day, they find it funny. And he can sit there and say, oh, I don't support it. Well, people don't support racism, don't find it funny. They don't. Not at all. I got white friends of mine, if someone called me the N-word, they're madder than I am at the end of the day. They want to kick somebody's behind at the end of the day. I got to calm them down. Because they don't find it funny. No one who's against racism finds it funny in any way whatsoever. Now, does it upset me that he does that? No, it doesn't upset me. It's sad, people. It's sad. Because if I were to take that and turn it into hatred, then that means I'll be playing the devil's game at the end of the day. And I don't support Satan at the end of the day. It's sad. People like this are sad. If he sits back there and says, oh, I don't, this is you right here, ain't it? All right, then you support it. You find it funny. If I see Jews being hung and I put a laugh emoji down there, what does that say to me? It's what kind of person I am at the end of the day. So you find it funny to see a black person being called nigger. So just to let you know, this post is going to go everywhere. And I mean everywhere. It's going to go on all my different channels. It's going to go to all my different groups. It's going to be splattered all over YouTube. Because one thing about people who support racism, they don't want to be outed. That's why I like to keep their faces covered when they do dirty dirt. Because they don't want to be outed. You support it. I told you people at the end of the day, whatever's in the dark is going to come out in the light. If someone's saying what they're not supposed to be, it's going to come out in the light. God's going to expose them for what they are. They'll play Satan's game, and God knows how Satan's going to treat you. And there you are following along behind Satan, and you found the need to come in here and laugh about and find that funny at the end of the day, and you just expose yourself. Whatever's in the dark is going to come out in the light. So I'm going to take a little caption of this, and I'm going to send that everywhere. Because you have a right to be exposed for what you are. Like I said, I got friends of mine that get madder than me. If someone called me the N-word, they're ready to go to jail for me. They don't support that in any way whatsoever. You found that funny. Let's go back. Photos proving that's JAIME Fernando Gonzalez. I can sit there and say, oh, that's not me at the end of the day. Oh, it's you. It's definitely you. That's your YouTube channel. No, sorry, Facebook channel. You guys are just glutton for punishment. Every chance you can get, you glutton for punishment. The other one, that's how he got caught. McAfee got caught. McAfee got caught because McAfee contacted one of our channels, and his page was open, and we looked at it, oh shoot, that is who I think it is. Is that who I think? And it was him. And found out he lived over in Flushington, Idaho. Population 803 people. Wasn't hard for my buddy to track your whereabouts. That's my private investigator we paid off. We paid to do the work. He said 803. I can track him down in no time at all. And sure enough, we got him on file. Ready for court. So if you sit there and say, oh, that's not my channel. This is you. This is you at the end of the day. Want to make 100% sure this is you. So you find racism funny. Because anytime I post where we are called nigger at the end of the day, people are upset by it. They don't like it. They don't like to hear the word. They don't like to hear anyone being called that word. It's a very nasty, ignorant word. You know, you don't understand, Jamie, when you laugh at something like that, you don't understand the word nigger and how far and how deep it goes back to what it's tied to. It's a very disturbing word at the end of the day. If you studied anything about African American history, you would know that black people have been through some stuff, some really bad stuff. I mean, extremely bad stuff. Not the stuff they teach you in the history books. I mean, way beyond that. You ever heard of something called the Freedom Riders? Look that up. It was these people who decided to protest so they could ride a Greyhound bus. So me, you, and every African Americans can get on a Greyhound bus and go from A to B. Because at one point, it wasn't allowed for African Americans to be on these buses. And these people were beaten. They were covered in blood and they were beaten for being on these buses. One bus was actually stopped, set on fire to push the people off the bus, and they were beaten with metal pipes. The other one at the other location, the minute they got off, they were met by a mob and they were beaten. You got people at the end of the day that were murdered, unsolved mysteries, all kinds of stuff that went on. Even back in the slave days, you had slave owners who basically rented us out, sold us at the end of the day. All kinds of evil action, things you would not even believe. You know, there was something where they would have a child sleep in the bed of the master to keep his bed warm. Use her as the bed warmer. And then when it was ready for him to sleep, she got out and he slept in that bed. Raped our women, enslaved our men. You name it's been done. Do I hate white people over this? No, because they can't hate an entire race for something like this. You can't blame the entire race for it. You have to blame those who are responsible and those who support that nonsense and those who find it funny. So, do I hate them for this? No, I don't. It's sad when people support that kind of ignorance at the end of the day. This person needs prayer at the end of the day. That's what he needs. I have no hatred for him. And Jamie, I forgive you for your act that you've done to me. You need help. You need to find God. Because there's nothing funny about that at all, period. You go study some history on what the African American race went through and you see how bad it was for them. Next time you won't find it so funny to use that type of word. Or basically to support that type of word. Whew, man, I tell you. Let me give you a little piece of history real quick. It's not going to be pleasant, by the way. Slaves that were hanged. Called it lynching. So this is my history that I study. I study everybody's history because I find everybody's history fascinating. Imagine your kids, imagine your wife being lynched from a tree and beaten. And you can't do anything about it. At all. You just have to sit there and you just have to watch. Or watch someone come in and rape your wife and your kids and you can't do nothing about it. Not a thing. You don't have any rights. At all, period. Be separated from your family. Nothing you could do. Not a thing. So, next time you want to support that word at the end of the day or find it funny at the end of the day, you go back and you look at all these people that were tortured and beaten and everything else you could possibly think of. You imagine, Fernando, if someone had came into your house and took your kids away from you, took your wife away from you, and you could do nothing about it at all, period. But just watch. That's all you could do. Because you had no rights. You'll work sun up, you'll work sundown till your back breaks, and you will not make anything at all. You're just there to just work and process. Can you imagine working for free, back-breaking work and working for free and getting nothing from it at all, period? And if you dare run from it, well, they call it basically if you run, they chop a foot off. Gets to the point where they really can't handle you, they'll kill you. And they'll sell off your family and you'll do nothing about it. Not a thing. Not a thing. Black slavery When they were transported, piled on top of each other like luggage. Didn't make a difference if they urinated on top of each other, they pooped on top of each other, they threw up, but people died on top of each other. You were stacked on top of bodies. That's how you were transported. Chains wrapped around you, cut it into your skin. Just to be sold, just to be separated from your family. See, what I find interesting about, and I'm not trying to make it like, oh, it's all African. No, what I find interesting about the African American race is that we're the only ones that can't go home. I told you that. We can't go home. I got friends that are Dominicans, Mexicans, Japanese, you name it, they can't go home. Oh, you find this offensive? This bothers you at the end of the day? Well, this is what people, when Jamie, you come and you laugh at stuff like that, that's what you support. You find it funny. You find all this funny. But you find it offensive. It's offensive now if I show these pictures. Oh, it's really offensive. It's not offensive to me because this is what my people went through, my ancestors went through. That's why I don't support none of that nonsense for any race. I don't support any of it at all, period. But when you think about it, we're the only race that can't go home. You can go back to Mexico, you can go back to Italy, you can go back to France, you can go back to anywhere you want, you can go back. You ain't even got to speak the language, you still accept it and go back. We can't go back to Africa. And if I were to track down my tribe, how would I connect in any way? Virtually impossible. I can try, but technically I can't. Can't go home. Ever. And you find that funny. What do you think about that? Next time you find the N-word funny. There were babies, kids that were tortured, beaten, and raped. Did you find that funny? Find that funny right there? Just wrapped in chains all day. Can you imagine the summer heat when those chains got hot? How it would burn through their flesh. And out of all this, do I have any hatred for white race? Heck no, I don't. I have white in my family. Because I don't see them. I don't see color at the end of the day. I see what people are, what they become underneath. But I don't see color. I consider my white friends to be my brothers at the end of the day. I consider everybody to be my brother at the end of the day. You need help, my man. You need some help. And you can sit there and say all you want that, oh, I'm not racist. You found it funny for someone to call somebody a nigger. So, for anybody to put out there, don't give him the same energy back. Don't give him hatred. Don't give him none of that. Don't give him anything back. The person needs prayer at the end of the day. If you give him hatred back, then you're just as worse as he is at the end of the day. You become him. Don't even give him or give the devil that satisfaction. All right, people, I got to get back to work. I got things to do. And Jamie, you need help. You really do. You need some help. You've got a lot of hatred in you. And that when you start crossing that line and finding the N-word to be funny for a black person to be called nigger, I want you to see what stands behind all that. It's all when you find that funny at the end of the day. That's like I said, if I saw images of people basically taking Jews and put them in an oven and basically cooking them, and I put down the bottom a happy emoji about it because I find that funny. No, that's disgusting and that's disturbing on so many levels. It's not even funny. Any race that has been through some kind of torment and slavery in their time, to put a happy emoji next to that or a laugh emoji is basically inhuman. And that's what you showed yourself off to be today. And you can sit there and say at the end of the day, well, you know, I don't support it. Dude, you laughed at someone calling somebody a nigger. That's bad. That's what that represents. All right, people. And like I said, do not give him hatred back at all, period. Those who support him will go back and laugh and joke about it because they will find it funny. But those of you who find this disgusting, at the end of the day, don't give him back hate. Because then what you're doing is you're entertaining Satan at the end of the day. Don't even give him any power at all, period. Put it in God's hands. That's what you need to do. And you pray for people like this at the end of the day. He thought at the end of the day this was going to make me angry and upset. And no, it doesn't make me angry and upset. It's sad that we still have people who act like this. It's sad. He got bitter and upset because I'm talking about how ultra, and they don't, man. I mean, come on, man. You gotta accept it what it is. You can't get mad and angry at me about that. You can't get mad and angry with me about that at the end of the day. You can't. I post this up on my page to show people the kind of stuff that we go through. And this guy found it funny. And this ain't the first time. Nope, not the first time we've had these messages come through being called nigger. I'm going to show you the kind of weirdo stuff this guy does. I told you that we don't give out information to the new address because he stalks us. This is Jamie stalking me. Taking pictures of my face, all kinds of stuff. Just completely weirdo stuff. This is what he's being sued for defamation. He's being sued in court for taking my face and making weird poses of it. He does some creepy stuff. Procast. Just stalking. Did a poster right here. This is another one. Set of charges he has to me. Did a poster, said dead or alive, with my face on it. You know what this image is from? This image is from where I did for charity called the Ice Bucket Challenge. I donated money for that challenge to help people out. And he decided to take my picture in front of the place I was renting from and stick it on here. That's creepy on so many levels, man. You're a very creepy dude. There's more images of him stalking us. Creepy guy. Right on your company's page. This is the reason why no one's taking your business seriously. You're upset with that and you're angry about it. Because no one's taking your business seriously. Well, look what you do. Look at the dumb stuff that you do every day. One on there, flash pornography all over his website, trying to make us upset. He hurt himself in the process. Pictures of my stuff. Here we go. Let's see. These are all copyright infringement lawsuits that he's being hit with, and he's mad about that. Nobody tell you to touch my copyrights without my permission. I didn't give you permission. More weird puppets. Creepy stuff. Who the freak owns a business and takes pictures of the other person's business and puts them on little tiny puppets? Copyright infringement lawsuit right there. This is going before a judge. This is going to cost them $30,000 for each one of those. I'm sorry, $250,000 for each one. Because we're taking one to CCB and the rest of them are going to federal court. So those are going to be $250,000 each. And they both all carry a 20-year prison sentence for each one of those. That's why I told you he is not going home at all, period. He has too much stuff on him. Post office, pretty soon it's going to be coming up with the charges and get that ready for court because he committed mail fraud. He has a lot of stuff going on right now. This is where he was posting pornography to his website, trying to make us upset. This is your site. That's like me going on Best Buy, me having a discussion with somebody at Best Buy, and they flash pornography all over the site. You're not hurting me at the end of the day. You're hurting yourself. Here we go. Here's some of the messages we received. Now, how in the world are you going to talk about Hector? Hector's Mexican. You know that, right? He's a Christian. You're Mexican. Jamie? Gee whiz. You got hatred for everybody, don't you? You don't care who it is at the end of the day. You just hate, hate, hate. What did I sit here and say in the text messages? I said, saving the numbers for court. Now look at it. You're going to be in court with all this information in front of you. I told you the day was going to happen. We was going to catch you. We caught him because he made his home address. He made it into an LLC address. That's why he faked the move and all that stuff to try to throw everybody off scent that he didn't live there. I'm pretty sure he probably sent that to other organizations besides us. Here we go again. N-word being used again. Another one again, stalking. So you can sit there and say, when I showed this off, he was saying, "Oh, Black Lives Matter," and then you laugh at the word, at someone using the word nigger. And we've got messages from you, Jamie, which I can't show, which will be ready for court. And you know what they are. You know what you sent to us, and we have it. Of you using that nasty word. Showing pornography. Sorry about this, folks. I do apologize. Same pornography shows on our site. Same pornography posted on our site. Same pornography in text messages. Yep. Man, you better change your ways. Jamie, you're going to jail. Now, you gotta face that. You are going to go to jail. You're being sued. I was not joking with you. When we had that process server came and knocked on his door. He freaked out. He wasn't acting big and bold then. Process server said he wouldn't come to the door. And they heard you in there. Your wife came to the door. And she wouldn't open up the door all the way, but it's none of her business at the end of the day. She had no involvement in that. You have involvement. You did that nonsense. It got real for you when that process server showed up. Guess what? One's going to be coming up this month. A couple of them are going to be coming up this month to serve you for court. And as I told you before, we'll drop down in California and file the rest of the charges so we know we can get a warrant for your arrest. Oh, what did he say right here? He said, oh yeah, this is for, they're going to love this with the CCB and for the copyright lawsuit. You're such an idiot. I did a search under your bogus company and there's no copyrights. No, if there was no copyrights, Jamie, then the process server would have never came to your front door. Because in order for you to be able to make a claim, you have to have a legit copyright. Can't do that whole send a letter in the mail and have it come back to you. It's not legit. You have to have a number showing that your item is copyrighted with the United States government. So that's the first thing they check in before they go through the whole process of having you doing any of the paperwork. Is your copyright legit? So in order for that process server to show up at your front door, it means we have a copyright. But we'll be glad to show this to the judge that when we told you not to touch it, when we had a lawyer reach out to you to tell you not to touch it, and you did it anyway, and you send me this message telling me that on his fake phone number, telling me that there's no copyright. Well, you can explain that to the judge. He's going to be quiet as a church mouse in there. I'm going to tell you right now. He's going to be as quiet as a church mouse in here. You got 2 different accounts. Each one of these is a lawsuit. Per each copyright. A $250,000 in federal court and 20 years in jail. This is your site. It's connected to your LLC. It's connected to your address. It's connected to everything. Yeah, didn't give you permission on this, man. See right there, Jamie? That's a copyright by the government. And we got one directly on the page. Right there, showing our copyrights. Registration number, whole 9 yards. He's angry, he's upset, he's scared. He's definitely scared. And he's just lashing out. It's kind of like, I hate to put it in a video game term, I really do. If you play space shooters, I play a lot of space shooters. And when you get to that boss, and that boss basically, you think you got it torn down, and it just goes haywire. It just shoots missiles and everything, lasers and all this stuff all over it. Good gracious, what is going on with this thing? Just to go haywire. That's literally what he's doing. He's spinning out of control. He's been exposed. Products of Max House Paint. He can't back his products up. He has the LLC he committed perjury on. They're definitely contacting him. I know they're contacting him. He probably got a mailbox full of letters from them asking where's that information, where's those documents at. You can't even dissolve the LLC. You can dissolve LLCs, but it can't be an open file on it to do it. So you can't even dissolve it. And it's only a matter of time before they figure out and put it both together that the reason why he can't do it is because he lied on the documents, and this is going to get him in so much trouble it's not even funny. There's mail fraud charges sitting on top of him. He's sitting over in the FBI with a file on him. He's being sued this month. Yeah, this month's being sued. He got process service. We come to this front to sue him. He's got copyrights he's screwed up on, or our copyrights, as you can see right there. And now you come out here, and instead of just basically hushing and being quiet, being still, you decide to take messages that we have received messages from him and messages from your supporters that like to use the word nigger, and you find it funny. You find it entertaining. What else is that laugh emoji for? People look at it, you get the sadness. You get anger because people are upset by people still use that word. You get wild, people are shocked by it. Then you get a laugh emoji over it. So let me get this straight. A family of 5 dies in a car accident and you put a laugh emoji up there. That's appropriate, right? No, it's not appropriate. And I'm just telling people, like, at the end of the day, I could sit there and I could literally send this to some people at the end of the day that would handle that situation in a hot second. We don't do that. We put it in God's hands. And I advise anybody else, don't get angry over this. Don't get upset over this. Put it in God's hands. Do not entertain Satan, because that's literally what Satan wants to do. Use this guy to come in and do this dumb nonsense so he can spread more hatred along and have somebody do something to him. We're not doing that at the end of the day. Put it in God's hands. You got to feel sorry for people like this at the end of the day, because this is what they do. I know I say it's the end of the day. I even got a shirt coming out that says it's the end of the day. But anyway, yeah. You got to feel sorry for people like this. There's something wrong with them. They're sick. I don't have no hatred for them. I'm not going to allow Satan to fill me full of hatred over this at all, period. I'm going to give it to God and move on. All right, I got these boxes I get. Man, I went all the way to the post office. I picked up 10 boxes. I come home, there's a stack right there. I'm like, what the freak? I still got to take a lift to bring them here. Gee whiz Louise. I got like, I don't know, I didn't think I ordered that many. That's a lot of boxes. So we're going to put together a, because tomorrow the lamp comes in for the other projector. And I still want to finish off my giant cardboard screen And I got to contact PayPal about this customer because we're going to be using his paint to basically make the giant screen. Since he said it didn't work and all, you know, didn't function, might as well use it. You know what I mean? It works perfectly fine. All right, people. Thank you so much for your time. Be safe out there, and God bless. And like I said, don't interact to this nonsense, because people like this need to be exposed. When they do stuff like that, they need to be exposed. They need to. They need to be exposed. All right, be safe out there, and God bless.